Good day to everyone. For this video, we are going to answer the question, when are coins considered legal tender? Now, to help us answer this question, we have to refer to Section 52 of RA 7653, otherwise known as the New Central Bank Act. Before answering the question I posed at the start of this video, let us first define what is a coin. A coin is a flat and typically round piece of metal with an official stamp or stamped with certain marks authorized by the government for use as money. So an example of a coin is a 10 peso coin, a 5 peso coin, a 25 centavo coin, and lately we now have a 20 peso coin. Now, there are two kinds of values when talking about coins. Coins have face value and they also have intrinsic value. When you say face value, it is the written, stamped, or printed value located on the coin or the currency itself. The face value is assigned by the government to denominate a coin's price as a form of legal tender. Figuring out a coin's face value is usually as simple as looking on the front or back side of the coin. A coin's face value simply means what it is worth as a form of currency. So, let us take for example a 10 peso coin. The face value of the 10 peso coin is the 10 peso mark stamped on the coin itself. That is the worth or the face value of that coin as a form of currency. Now, while a coin's face value is easy to determine, calculating on the other hand its intrinsic value or actual worth requires a greater knowledge of several key factors, such as its melt value or the base worth of the metal contained in the coin, its historic value, its aesthetic features, the mint year or the year a coin was manufactured, the grade or condition of the coin, its scarcity or rarity, and its collectability. Now, the actual value of a coin is not something you can see at first glance. The actual value, to repeat, I am referring to its intrinsic value, but rather its actual value or actual worth or intrinsic value, whatever you may call it, is a combination of the above qualities that I just mentioned a while ago that only a knowledgeable coin expert can identify. Moreover, distinguishing between face and intrinsic value can sometimes be confusing. For example, the face value of a 10 peso coin is 10 pesos because that is what is stamped on the coin itself. But the coin may actually be worth more than that because of its metal or the metal contained in the coin. Conversely, a 5 peso coin may have a face value of 5 pesos, yet its metal content may actually only be worth about 1 peso if you were to melt it down. Now, speaking about currency, under Section 49 of Republic Act 7653, I am referring to the New Central Bank Act, currency refers to all Philippine notes and coins issued or circulating in accordance with the provisions of the said law. And you already know this, our currency is called the Philippine peso. Now, Who has the sole power and authority to issue notes and coins? The answer can be found in Section 50 of Republic Act 7653. And that is, it is the Banco Central or the central bank that shall have the sole power and authority to issue currency within the territory of the Philippines. No other person or entity, public or private, may put into circulation notes, coins, or any other object or document which, in the opinion of the Monetary Board, might circulate as currency, nor reproduce or imitate the facsimiles of Banco Central notes without prior authority from the Banco Central. Take note of the underscored portion. No other person or entity may put into circulation notes or coins without authority from the Banco Central. And a violation of this provision, Section 50, or any regulation issued by the Banco Central for that matter, shall constitute an offense punishable by imprisonment of not less than 5 years but not more than 10 years. Now, in case the revised penal code provides for a greater penalty, then that penalty shall be imposed. In the revised penal code, we have Articles 163, 164, and 165. Articles 163, 164, and 165 refer to the crime of making and importing and uttering false coins. It also refers to the crime of mutilation of coins and selling of false or mutilated coins. So, depending on the act committed by an offender, the prosecutor in this case may either file a violation or a criminal information rather for violation of Section 50 or a criminal information for a violation of Articles 163, 164, or 165 as the case may be. And presently, Article 163, 164, and 165 provide for various penalties depending on the criminal act committed by the offender. The next question to ask is, ano ba itong legal tender? Legal tender refers to coins or banknotes that must be accepted if offered in payment of an obligation. Let's say I have a 100 peso bill, the current 100 peso bill being put in circulation by the central bank. I want to buy a bottle of Coke at a sari-sari store using this 100 peso bill. Can the store owner refuse to accept my 100 peso bill? The answer is no, because that 100 peso bill, which is authorized to be put in circulation by the central bank, is considered as legal tender, meaning to say it must be accepted if offered in payment of an obligation. However, for purposes of this video, we will not be talking about money bills. We are talking about when are coins considered legal tender, or when is a coin considered legal tender. Under Section 52 of Republic Act 7653, as amended by Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas Circular 537, Series of 2006, it provides, and I quote, "All notes and coins issued by the Bangko Sentral shall be fully guaranteed by the government of the Republic of the Philippines and shall be legal tender in the Philippines for all debts, both public and private. Provided, however, that unless otherwise fixed by the Monetary Board, Coins shall be legal tender in amounts not exceeding 1,000 pesos for denominations of 1 peso and above, and in amounts not exceeding 100 pesos for denominations of 25 centavos or less. In other words, coins in denominations of 1 pesos, 5 pesos, 10 pesos, and 20 pesos are considered legal tender if used in amounts not exceeding 1,000 pesos, while coin denominations of 1 centavo, 5 centavos, 10 centavos, and 25 centavos are considered legal tender if used in amounts not exceeding 100 pesos. Example: X's son, Y, just opened his piggy bank, which he has been keeping for the past 2 years to save his allowance. After counting the money from the piggy bank, Y, it turned out, was able to save 20,000 pesos. The coins he saved amounted to 11,000, while the bills he saved amounted to 9,000 pesos, or 20,000 pesos all in all. Now, Y wants to use the coins to buy a mountain bike worth 7,000. Question: Can the bike store owner be compelled to accept payment in coins worth 7,000 pesos? The answer is no, because in such a case, they are no longer considered legal tender if used in amounts exceeding 1,000 pesos or 100 pesos, as the case may be, depending on the denomination of the coin involved. Here's another example. X has a handful of 25 centavo coins worth 100 pesos. Can X use these coins to purchase a cell phone load also worth 100 pesos? The answer is yes. Coin denominations of 1 centavo, 5 centavos, 10 centavos, and 25 centavos, as I explained a while ago or in the previous slide, are still considered legal tender if used in amounts not exceeding 100 pesos. And as a final example, X has 5 peso coins worth 1,200 pesos. He used the money to purchase an Adidas shirt at Robinson's department store, which the cashier willingly accepted. Is the money considered legal tender? The answer is yes, even if it went beyond the 1,000 peso limit. Since it was accepted as payment, the same is considered as a waiver of the right to refuse payment in 5 peso coins worth 1,200 pesos.